professionals as deep state, calls for prison for a political opponent, and tries to sic DOJ on a potential witness against him. Beyond abnormal, dangerous.
Yeah.
Well, in November 2016, the president began his attack on the intelligence community. He continued his attack on the Department of Justice, on the judiciary. And today we see he continues that attack and says that the Justice Department should be used against his political enemies. I've been playing a game called Where in the World is Paul Ryan for about the last 6 months. And I haven't found him yet, because I think the Republican Party is in real danger here. I mean, they've been in danger for a long time when they enable a president of the United States to attack the very foundation of our democracy, to attack the justice system. And they're going to find out that, you know, Papadopoulos, we know, was not a coffee boy. He wasn't even drinking coffee, apparently, according to these latest reports.
I'm a strong
we got to go to break. You look like you want to say something.
I'll just say, Judge, this. Papadopoulos was not a coffee boy, but he is a greasy pole climber of the highest order. And the idea that he did not go back and tell the people in the Trump administration or Trump campaign, even though we don't know this, it's not been established factually yet, but one's instinct is this person, a person who would have wanted to spread that word among his colleagues. But let me just say one more thing, which relates to Paul Ryan and Mitch McConnell. It's not 6 months. In September of 2016, Jay Johnson and Jim Comey and Lisa Monaco had a meeting with the Gang of 12 on Capitol Hill and sat with them in the middle of September, in the middle of the election, and said, guys, we're under attack by the Russians. We need to bring together both parties to take a strong bipartisan position against this Russian intervention in our election. And Paul Ryan and Mitch McConnell sat in that room and said, we don't want any part of this. You guys are trying to politicize this. We're not going to do anything to help you. It was one of the most grossly irresponsible, unpatriotic things that two congressional leaders, I think, have ever done, certainly in my lifetime. But they have turned a blind eye to this at a time when you could have done something about it in the middle of the campaign. It's no surprise that they are still not doing anything about it now, 13, 14 months later.
And just to underscore, we have to go to break, but just to underscore the importance, I mean, I mentioned Mike Hayden. He calls this the political version of a 9/11. Imagine being warned about the political version of a 9/11 and doing nothing. That's on you guys. Mark Mazzetti, thank you so much for your reporting and for joining us today. Everyone else is sticking around. When we come back, bracing for impact, Republicans staring down a grim reality of the upcoming midterm elections, acknowledging publicly that a Democratic wave is possible. Also ahead, if Donald Trump acts like he has no idea what a president is supposed to do, it's because he doesn't. Some amazing new reporting about the degree of Donald Trump's ignorance about the office he holds and his addiction to the spotlight. And a world in crisis, and alarming new reporting about the divisions and dysfunction among Trump